Jag lives on the internet. Jag lives on the internet. Jag lives on the internet. Jag lives on the internet.
Very good morning, folks. Well, as you can see, Bomber is still hanging about, or one of Bomber's mates anyway, hanging about on the roof there. I thought they would have given birth by now, but maybe not. So today's plan, we haven't got a plan. That's the plan of today's plan. We're just a bit deflated after England's defeat yesterday. But you know what, folks? They played pathetic. I mean, they scored a goal in like 3 minutes, right? That was great. Oh, here we go. And then after that, they played well in the first half for a little bit, but then in the second half, they just went to pieces, man. It was absolutely rubbish. You know, I just, as a fan, I can't watch this because they didn't have the ball. They weren't doing any attacking, no pressing. They were just letting Italy come at them. It was just hopeless, absolutely hopeless. And then, of course, when it went to penalties, I was like, for God's sake, there's another half hour of turgid watching them just arse about. And then when the penalties came on, and the penalties they missed, honestly, that Rashford. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about it, folks, never mind. They missed the penalties, basically. They were absolutely useless at penalties as well. Anyway, let's go and cheer myself up and go for a walk somewhere. Right, the first stop of the day is down here beside Molly Cooper and the wild flowers. The wilderness down at Esplanade here. I've got myself a chocolate pan and one of these Costa coffees, which has got a vanilla syrup through it today. It's actually really, really nice, man. So that's the start of the day. And there's a bee, honeybee. Oh, there's a bee. Oh. No, I don't have a phobia about bees, man. I just got stung once, that's it. No, I like bees. Right, folks, I've hidden a Jag Lives badge right here at this tree. It's beside the bench. I had my breakfast this morning, Molly Cooper's bench. So just along from that, there it is, stuck in a wee plastic bag and just in there. So that's the Jag Lives badge right there. Right, folks, well, we've come through the Har. That was terrible there. The Har just seems to have descended upon us here now on the east coast. So I've headed here to Lunan Bay, where normally I'd be heading over. I'll probably go for a walk along the beach later on, but the main thing I'm going looking for is the tank traps of Lunan that were put here during the war. Now, I can't actually remember how you get them. Hang on, I think. Do we go through there and up there, or is it along here? Hang on, let me think. I'm sure they're along there, so I think we'll have to head into that way and up. Yeah, right, okay. Let's do this. Yeah, so the tank traps of Lunan that were put here during the war to stop the tanks basically coming through. Right, what's going on here? I have to go through this little bit there. Well, I'm sure you went for a stroll along that way. Right, anyway. Oh, goodness me, here we go. Up the sandy dunes we go. These are thigh killers, these dunes, crikey.
Going slow,
I'm on the right path now, folks. God, I was way off track there, up the dunes and down the dunes, and goodness me. So I feel sorry for the people who've organised days out here with their kids today. What a shame, eh? What a shame. No, it's because you can't see anything, and that hard just takes away the sun. You can feel the sun's out there, but just adds a bit of an edge to the wind as it comes in. It's kind of wet and miserable. This man, it's horrible. So yeah, tank traps on the east coast are strange things because they appear at the most unlikely locations, and you think, what on earth are they doing here? But they were laid, these ones in particular, because Lunan Bay has got a nice big flat bit of sand for the enemy to land on. Yeah, so when they're looking down on their from their satellites, they would have seen this nice big beach with a long stretch so they can land their planes, so they can bring their boats in and offload all the equipment here and pile the equipment up on the beach. So that's why the tank traps are put here. There's a horse. So that's why the tank traps have been laid here, to prevent the enemy bringing us over its tanks and things. Anyway, just up here a little bit. And now I'm down in these in this little sort of valley bit, protected by the dunes and the trees. It's really warm. It's like stifling swamp heat almost. Now, do I go up the way or do I go through here? We'll try through here, shall we? Right. Right. Well, folks, just I was giving up hope and I thought I was lost. I found them. So here they are, just in here. Just right here. Look, there we go. Right, folks, so here we are. We found them right here. So these have been here for a good, what, for 60, 70, about 80 years maybe these have been here. Come up for 100 years, and they probably will be here for a good 100 years because they're solid cement. They'll probably eventually get hidden over by the sand and the dunes though, which has happened to a lot of them. There's a big line of them heading up over the dunes, and they would have been here to stop the enemy's tanks invading, going into further inland. Stop all the heavy ordnance coming in as well. So that's why they are here. Nowadays, of course, they can just storm over these, no problem. So they're no use at all nowadays. But back in the Second World War, there would have been a great deterrent to the Germans, who would have seen this Lunan Bay area as a great landing opportunity from the land and offload all the ordnance and their tanks and all their heavy guns and things. A great big bay there with a lovely, huge beach for them to come down. Anyway, there they are, folks. He's fantastic. A lot of people call them dragon's teeth when there's lots of them in a row It looks like a big row of the bottom jaw, I can't say hang on, a bottom jaw of a dragon's sort of set of teeth. So there they are, fantastic. Thank you. Right folks, so what I'm walking through now is a valley between these really old, these would have been the old dunes. They've all been taken over by nature, and the grass, as you can see, and the forest and the new dunes that are sort of coming through. It just shifts and moves all the time, man. So in a few years' time, that'll probably be shifted a little bit, and this will be moving over a little bit as the wind blows the sand over this way. Yeah, the landscape is constantly changing here. At Lunan. Alright folks, I just bumped into some people there, and they were like, I recognise your voice, because I said hello to them. They're like, I recognise your voice, you're the bingo caller. Yeah, so hello to you people. Yeah, it's great meeting people out in the park. Let's get a little yap with people. Doesn't make you feel so alone in the world, does it? No, I'm just carrying walking this way. I've never sort of carried on walking this way before, so we'll just keep on going. As I was saying, folks, yeah, this strange little valley, this strange little grove in between the new dunes and the old dunes here has been created by the seeds coming over from I don't know, from over the Scandinavia sort of area. They've been blown over by the wind and the waves, and they've just rooted and nestled down here in amongst the gorse, and so that's how you've got that strange little area there, man. Yeah, fantastic. Oh, I know where we are, yeah, right. Oh, it's a creaky bump from the hole. Right, well, I know where we are now. We've come out at the end of Lunan Bay, which has got Bro's favourite thing, a waterfall. Although I don't think there'll be much water in it today. Yeah, and the funny, the strange shaped rocks. So that's where we've come out. What we'll do is we'll just walk back along the beach then, may as well. Oh, crikey. There's a few more of these tank traps just lying about here. Well, I've come down onto the hard sands here off Lunan. Yeah, there's that bridge up there. So yeah, nothing to see at all. You can't really see maybe, what, 100 yards just down to the water's edge, but just don't know what I'm walking into. I could walk into a plague of zombies coming towards me, man. I can see people in the distance, just these hazy outlines of people. But yeah, so we walked all the way along the back of the dunes, and we'll head back now along the beach, even though there's nothing to see. We'll just have something a little bit different terrain to walk on. Right folks, this really is a disorientating experience walking into this nothing. I can only maybe see, what, 40 yards in front of me, especially me with my sort of motion sickness and everything is going at an angle, and it's really weird, man. I should have stayed in the dunes, I think. I'm going to have to end up crawling along here. This is very strange indeed, man. Wow. I didn't think it would be this bad. Crikey. Oh, it doesn't look as bad on camera, but yeah. So, what is Ha? Well, I'm no expert, but I'm assuming it's just with the sun. You can feel the sun is out there, but it's obviously burning off the cold layer as the water, the North Sea's be freezing. There's just some sort of like, not steam, but it's like the mist and the moistness can't quite get up high enough, and the wind blows it in. So yeah, just a few sort of conditions make it a rather unusual East Coast phenomena. But hopefully by mid-afternoon this will sort of been burnt away, and some people can at least enjoy the sun when it is out there anyway. But I just rabbit on, folks. It's loneliness and disorienting factors are adding to the madness of the lonely, long-distance beach walker. Right, folks, I think I'm lost in the Ha here. I don't know how to get off the beach. I'm sure there's a up there. I might have walked past it. It might have been blocked out by the Ha. There should be like a wooden sort of platform that comes out. What's the due now? Is that the path? I'm definitely lost, folks. Right, where is it? Is that up there? It could be up there actually. I don't know. Right, well. Okay, I'll see you when I get up there, hopefully. Right, folks, so here we are. We have arrived. We found them. So they've been here for what? Since the 40s. So that'd be probably since the First World War as well. So they've been here for a good 70, 80, 90 years. Come on, for 100 years almost. These things have been sitting here. Well, not quite 100 years, but you know, they probably will still be here in a good few years' time as well, folks. These things. Yeah, so there would have been a line of them all the way across here, stretching up to the beach. There's probably more. They've been hidden by the dunes and things, just to stop the enemy's tanks from invading into Fife and heading into sort of Fife. Where the hell did I get Fife from? Hang on. Well, this is a very disorienting experience, especially for me with my, you know, that what do you call that thing? Hang on a minute.